Hey everybody, welcome back to Explore with Ouzi. Today we're diving into the top 10 countries you should probably avoid visiting in 2024. Look, I'm all for adventure, but some parts of the world, they're a little too messy right now. By messy, I mean potentially dangerous, politically unstable, or just straight up difficult to navigate. So before you pack your bags and book that non-refundable flight, stick around. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. Let's get into it. First up, we've got Afghanistan. This country, located at the crossroads of Central and South Asia, is known for its rugged terrain and breathtaking natural beauty. Afghanistan has a rich history, stunning landscapes, and a culture that goes back centuries. From the ancient Silk Road to the bustling markets of Kabul, the country is a tapestry of historical and cultural significance. Unfortunately, it's also got the Taliban. This militant group has been a significant force in the region for decades, influencing the political and social landscape. Since they took control back in 2021, things have been complicated. The takeover has led to a dramatic shift in governance and daily life, affecting millions of Afghans. The US government, along with many others, have issued stern travel advisories against going to Afghanistan. These advisories highlight the numerous risks associated with travel to the region. The security situation is unpredictable, with a high risk of terrorism, civil unrest, and violence. Bombings, kidnappings, and armed conflicts are unfortunately common occurrences. There are journalists, aid workers, and adventurous travelers who still venture there, but it takes a lot of planning and precautions. These individuals often have specific missions or are driven by a deep sense of purpose. So unless you've got a burning desire to see the Buddhas of Bamiyan, maybe give Afghanistan a miss for now. The Buddhas, once towering statues, are a symbol of the country's rich heritage and the resilience of its people. Hopefully one day things will settle down, and Afghanistan can welcome visitors again. The spirit of the Afghan people is unbreakable, and there is hope that peace and stability will return, allowing the world to once again experience the beauty and culture of this remarkable land. Next up, we're heading over to Eastern Europe, to Belarus. Belarus has always been a bit of a mystery, tucked away between Russia and the rest of Europe. But lately it's been making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Their president, Alexander Lukashenko, has been in power for almost 30 years, and his idea of democracy is a little different from what we're used to in the West. Add to that their close ties with Russia and involvement in the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, and you've got a recipe for unpredictability. So, unless you're a political analyst or have a real hankering for some borscht and authoritarianism, maybe skip Belarus for now. From the heart of Europe, we're now heading down to West Africa, to Burkina Faso. Burkina Faso is known for its friendly people, vibrant culture, and stunning natural beauty. But it's also facing political instability, poverty, and a growing threat from terrorist groups. In recent years, Burkina Faso has seen a surge in violence, with attacks targeting civilians, government buildings, and even tourist spots. So, unless you're a humanitarian worker or journalist, maybe postpone that trip for now. From the shores of West Africa, we're now crossing the Atlantic to the Caribbean, to Haiti. This island nation, nestled in the heart of the Caribbean, is a place of stark contrasts. Haiti is a country with a rich history, vibrant culture, and traditions that have been passed down through generations. The people of Haiti are known for their resilience and a spirit that refuses to be broken, no matter the circumstances. But it's also a country that's been dealt a really tough hand. Extreme poverty, political instability, gang violence, and a lack of basic infrastructure have plagued the nation for years. Natural disasters, such as devastating earthquakes and hurricanes, have left the country reeling and struggling to rebuild. The US government has issued a "do not travel" advisory. The threat of kidnapping, armed robbery, and gang violence is very real and ever-present. These dangers have made daily life a constant challenge for the people of Haiti, who live in fear of violence and crime. So, what can you do? The first step is to educate yourself about the situation in Haiti. Understand the complexities and the root causes of the issues they face. Learn about its history, which is filled with both triumphs and tragedies, and appreciate the rich cultural heritage that defines the nation. Explore the vibrant art, music, and traditions that continue to thrive despite the challenges. Find ways to support organizations that are working to make a difference. Whether through donations, volunteering, or spreading awareness, every effort counts. Together, we can help Haiti rebuild and look forward to a brighter future. The spirit of the Haitian people is unbreakable, and with global support, they can overcome these challenges. From the Caribbean, we're now hopping over to the Middle East, to Iran. Iran is a country full of contradictions. It's home to some of the friendliest people you'll ever meet, but its government isn't known for embracing Western values. Getting a visa as a US citizen can be challenging, and safety is a concern. Iran has been accused of supporting terrorist groups, and there's always a risk of regional tensions. Iran is an Islamic republic, so visitors need to be aware of certain rules and customs. Unless you've got a real passion for Persian history and a wardrobe that screams cultural sensitivity, maybe give Iran a miss for now. From the ancient wonders of Iran, we're now moving next door to Iraq. Iraq is the cradle of civilization, home to some of the most important archaeological sites in the world. But it's also a country that's been ravaged by war, terrorism, and political instability. While the situation has improved somewhat in recent years, Iraq is still a long way from being a safe and stable place to visit. Terrorist attacks are still a real threat, particularly in Baghdad and other major cities. Years of conflict have taken their toll on Iraq's infrastructure. So, unless you're a seasoned war correspondent or archaeologist, maybe skip Iraq for now. From the vast, arid deserts of Iraq, we're now heading to a land that's both holy and deeply troubled, Israel. This small yet significant country is a focal point of history, religion, and ongoing conflict. Israel is a country of incredible historical and religious significance. It is a place where ancient history and modern life intertwine seamlessly. It's home to some of the holiest sites in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. The Western Wall, the Dome of the Rock, and the Church of the Holy Sepulchre are just a few of the sacred landmarks that draw millions of pilgrims and tourists each year. But it's also a land that's been locked in a bitter conflict with the Palestinians for decades. This conflict has shaped the lives of countless individuals and has left an indelible mark on the region. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is one of the most intractable in the world, with a long and bloody history. It has seen numerous wars, uprisings, and peace attempts, each leaving its own scars. Violence can erupt at any time with rocket attacks, bombings, and clashes. The unpredictability of the situation makes daily life a constant challenge for those living in the affected areas. The West Bank and East Jerusalem are incredibly tense, with frequent protests and clashes. These areas are often the flashpoints of the conflict, where tensions run highest and the potential for violence is ever present. Be aware of the risks and be prepared for the possibility of violence. The presence of Israeli soldiers patrolling the streets, people taking cover during sudden outbreaks of violence, and the sight of damaged buildings serve as constant reminders of the ongoing conflict. This land of conflict and complexity continues to be a focal point of global attention, embodying both the hopes for peace and the harsh realities of war. From the complexities of Israel, we're now moving on to Libya. Libya is a North African nation with a rich history and stunning Mediterranean coastline. But it's also a country that's been torn apart by civil war, foreign intervention, and the rise of extremist groups. Since the overthrow of Muammar Gaddafi in 2011, Libya has been plagued by violence and instability. The security situation in Libya is extremely volatile, with kidnappings, bombings, and gun battles a regular occurrence. The US government has issued a do not travel advisory, and most foreign embassies have closed their doors. So, unless you're a battle-hardened journalist or humanitarian worker, maybe give Libya a miss for now. From the chaos of Libya, we're now traveling to North Korea. North Korea is a land of contradictions, deeply traditional and strangely futuristic. It's ruled by the Kim dynasty, notorious for human rights abuses and nuclear ambitions. Traveling to North Korea is not like traveling to any other country. You need to book through a state-approved tour operator and be accompanied by government minders at all times. You'll see only what the regime wants you to see and must behave with the utmost respect. So unless you're a die-hard communist or thrill-seeker, maybe skip North Korea for now. And finally, we arrive at our last destination, Venezuela. Venezuela is a country of stunning natural beauty, from the Andes Mountains to the Caribbean coast, but in recent years Venezuela has experienced a catastrophic economic collapse. The country is now facing hyperinflation, food shortages, and a humanitarian crisis. The security situation in Venezuela is dire, with violent crime rampant. The US government has issued a do not travel advisory. So unless you're a seasoned humanitarian worker or journalist, maybe give Venezuela a miss for now. There are plenty of other places in the world where you can experience South American culture safely. So there you have it, folks, the top 10 countries you might want to avoid in 2024. Remember, the world is a big, beautiful, and often messy place. Before you book your next trip, do your research and check the travel advisories. Thanks for watching Explore with Ouzi. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your friends. Until next time, stay curious, stay safe, and keep exploring.